Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I wanted to wish you a wonderful day. I hope you're getting ready for this full moon eclipse on the 26th. It's going to be very powerful. It is the Wesak. It is actually, for Wesak was officially celebrated in 28th of April this year, the official, but it's the first full moon of May. So it is the Wesak time that is coming, and this first full moon of May, for the Christ and the Buddha are coming together. It's going to be a great, powerful accelerator. For what we seek is to know ourselves. There is this oracle of Delphi, the oracle of Apollon. Know thyself, nothing more. Epsilon, epsilon being the fifth letter of the alphabet, the fifth dimension, the super consciousness. There is the gamma, the super gamma, the lambda, and the epsilon, the integrated divine consciousness. For there's many questions, this is really up to the interpreter to know what the epsilon means. But it's about to know ourselves, and there is so much that is too much to know ourselves. We have to remove all that is not us, and for that we need to keep things in balance, to keep to avoid the excess, and to not seek out to do anything extreme, even too much virtue, or too much vice, or too much, to keep things in balance, and to keep the balance in life, and to know ourselves, because it's not trying to be someone else because somebody tells you, or the principles tell you that you have to be someone else. It's to recognize yourself and to remove all that is not truly you. For it's like so it is important to recognize that, to keep things in balance, to stay in positive right direction, of course, but to accept yourself and remove all the extraneous, the unwanted. For a lot that we want to change, this shift of consciousness on the planetary level has already happened on the saddle plane, and we just need to wait till it comes down to the physical plane. For a lot of darkness, maybe not within ourselves, it's all independent to the work we've done, but a lot of darkness that has been, that belongs to the earth, a lot of dark things, energetic karmas and so on, has been suppressed, and it has to be and not transmuted. It has to come up to the surface to be transmuted, and it's not gonna. Won't do the ascension until there is all this darkness that is being blocked, all the lies and manipulation. Everything has to come up to the surface. The truth has to be known. And it is very important to unfortunately, it is, but maybe not unfortunately, because life is perfect, but it's the success we had, we have a tendency to forget them. We appreciate them, but we forget them. But the mistakes and the failures are really stuck to our consciousness. So it's not about blaming ourselves for that. It's to learning the proper lesson from it and moving beyond. Although sometimes they really stick. The mistakes and the failures are much more present within our mental is more, they keep coming back, is like, or regrets or whatever. So it's like Jean-Jacques Rousseau in the dream of a lonely walker. I don't know the title in English, Les rêveries d'un promeneur solitaire. He wished he lived more. He lived with regrets about certain things within his life, although he was a tremendous philosopher. He created the Contrat Social, which was the base for the Declaration of Human Rights, a very important philosopher. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, very humble, but yeah, he had certain things to work on as well. It's a really beautiful book. I recommend it. It's the last book. For the past is righteousness. The present is reparation. And the future is rejoicing. Once we bring back the balance within ourselves, we're going to be able to rejoice. For now, it is the choice between fear and love. So it is very important to choose love, regardless. And the future is going to be reconciliation. We're going to reconciliate with ourselves and with the past and with God. For God is like, sometimes if God is all powerful and we live a very difficult life, God must be part of that process. But in a sense, it is to teach us the lessons that we need to learn. For when there is darkness that comes from within us, it's not about feeling guilty. It's noticing, embracing, and releasing immediately. And don't hold on to that. Notice, embrace, release. For we have to be prepared for higher energy at all time, not just for the solstice or the full moon or whatever, but at all time. If we're ready at all time, when the full moon comes or the solstice comes, then we'll enjoy it a lot more. So keep hydrated and grounded, and so for the inner guidance you receive is always aligned with the higher spirit messengers or the books of wisdom in many ways. For what is true wisdom is knowledge evolves, but wisdom lasts. uh, once we live in oneness, we'll respect life, and all of life, we'll see life as sacred. We'll move into this river, this flow. We have to put aside the regret, the fear, the doubts, the anger, all of that, and to make this choice of love. And so, because we are both human and divine, so the human part, we are as a physical body, as animal ancestry, and there will be fear that comes up, and it's part of it. But we've not to forget, we also have this divine part. We are both spirit and body. We're both eternal and temporal. We chose to come here and experience the cosmos from the outside. And in the future, after we pass on, we'll move on to experiencing from inside. For sometimes there is a dichotomy within me. For I know that we have dichotomies. There's two parts of us that want to go in two different, not sure which direction to take. We want to take the wisest road. But there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be dying in this planet. We're close to reaching the 8 billions, but so this is a very popular place to incarnate, although it's difficult. Yet, some people, death is not a punishment, and death is like there is hundreds of thousands of people who will die today, and hundreds of thousands that will be born today, and that's been going on for a long time. So death is not a punishment. There is only one eternal life, and a lot of souls that will die through this process are needed on the other side to complete the ascension. So if you die, it's because for Maharaj, he said there is you don't need to worry about death. The appointment has already been made, so you don't have to worry about it. But death is not a punishment. It is because a lot of people that will leave will be needed to complete the ascension from the other side. They have information that they need up there. So it is this dichotomy. It's like sometimes it's like those two songs that came to my mind. So let me say, well, maybe I have many things to do on my mission here on the earth, but maybe it's time for me to go home and work from behind the scene. I'm not really sure what's going to be happening, because I've been sitting on between chairs for quite a while, and it's quite uncomfortable, but I've no fear of death. Like death is just part of the process, a liberation process. When it comes, it is the time. For time and space, the process we want to master from reaching the higher plane is to be able to twist and curve and turn the time and space to our will, so that any 2 points can come together in manifestation. So it's like the ascended masters are able to make everything they choose to manifest present within their reality. It's something we're working on. And so understand, you're the mason and the architect of your own perfection, or the perfected acceptation of your divine nature. So this is something that is coming, for ascension that is coming, is the final step in the evolution in the realm of matter. It is the ultimate download of higher energy. It is the end of the dream of separation, although we still exist in physical matter. Unless we let go of our physical body, what we call death is actually not death. It is But in the meantime, it's good to take care of our physical body as much as possible. And I'm going to pull a few more cards. Well, thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and thank you for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. I'll still do a few of those readings. The highest wisdom is the same as the one in the reading in French, although I mix them. Is happy, is to see happiness everywhere, to see perfection everywhere, to see joy, to plant joy, to accept life exactly as it is. What we need to same thing, same cards, funny. What we need to understand is the wind of change. The wind is turning, so just be ready to put on the sail so you can move forward. Different position, same card, different position. What we need to do is cleaning up. Is house cleaning. We need to be ready to do some cleaning up, and the outcome will be the soulmates. So this deep love and sharing. So there is this potential of for all relation. In all relation, there is a certain invisible part, which is source. God, the source, is always part of any relationship. So it's just not to forget that God is the connecting link, and to move from 2 to 3. Open your third eyes, and we're going to move from even on mathematics. Right here we're working on base 10, but the higher mathematics or the higher universe is on base 12. So So we'll learn that to get a better comprehension on how things work on a higher planes, and although the darkness may still be present, not to allow it to be to allow the glorious light of God to be dominant. Is this kind of happy, and no matter what the darkness can be, this plant or anything that can come up, is always choosing to embrace, to recognize, to embrace, and to let go in order to return to this glorious vision of light. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to sing those two songs. They're not very happy songs, but they remind us of the beautiful songs, but they remind us of the temporality of things, the ephemeral part, that life is very ephemeral. It just we're just passing through here. First one is from Kansas, called Dust in the Wind. I close my eyes only for a moment, and the moment's gone. All my dreams pass before my eyes, a curiosity, dust in the wind. All they are is dust in the wind. Now same old song, just a drop of water in an endless sea. All we do crumbles to the ground, though we refuse to see. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Now don't hang on. Nothing lasts forever but the earth and sky. It slips away, and all your money won't another minute by. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Dust in the wind. Everything is dust in the wind. For all is dust, stardust in the wind. We just we can take form, we change form, we move on. For in the truth of our soul, it's like we're eternal beings, and we've chosen so many paths. Right now, we are in this one, and so we'll see what those songs came through my mind. So I feel like maybe, so it's still there's this reminder. The archangel Raphael reminds us of this soulmate and this outcome. There is a surprise, romantic surprise that will come as a result of that. It seems to announce that, at least. To choose, listen to your heart. Deep and powerful emotional involvement. The power of love. This is the card of the lovers. It's really the lovers, and so there's this unexpected love, or the cultivation of great romantic feelings. And I was singing this other song that went through my mind. It's a story, it's a French song of Jacques Brel called The Moribond. It's somebody who's about to die and just try to thank all his friends for this beautiful life that he had. And realizing that the most beautiful moment of in our life is they feel like they're out of time. And they completely, when we feel this joy, this total joy, this total happiness, this is completely out of time. It's called Seasons in the Sun. Goodbye to you, my trusted friend. We've known each other since we were 9 or 10. Together we climbed hills and trees, learned of love and ABC, skinned our heart and skinned our knees. Goodbye, my friend, it's hard to die when all the birds are singing in the sky. Now that the spring is in the air, pretty girls are everywhere. Think of me and I'll be there. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but the hills that we climbed were just seasons out of time. Goodbye, Papa, please pray for me. I was the black sheep of the family. You try to teach me right from wrong. Too much wine and too much song. Wonder how we got along. Goodbye, Papa, it's hard to die when all the birds are singing in the sky. Now that the spring is in the air, little children everywhere, when you see them I'll be there. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but the hills that we climbed were just seasons out of time. Goodbye, Michelle, my little one. You give me love and help me find the sun. And every time that I was down, you would always come around and get my feet back on the ground. Goodbye, Michelle, it's hard to die when all the birds are singing in the sky. With the flowers everywhere, I wish that we could both be there. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but the hills that we climbed were just seasons out of time. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but the star we could reach were just starfish on the beach. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but the hills that we climbed were just seasons out of time. I don't know why this song went through my mind today. It was just when I woke up, it was this song. So it's like getting ready for departure. Maybe I don't know. It's like, but or maybe not. Maybe it's just a song. Who knows? So I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much. God willing, I will come back and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.